Hi, Travolta. Hi, Stella. Hi, Diane. Oh, hi, Iman. You are very beautiful. You are a supermodel. Here comes your mom. This could go either way. This is my girl right here. She's tiny and cool. They're just like people, every one of them has a past when they come in. Most of them come from a place of loss, like a big place of loss. Once they're here though, they're safe. I honestly believe that if most people actually got to see them for who they are, that they wouldn't be able to eat them. I really don't think that they could. Just in the US, over 9 billion animals die a year. We've taken these animals out of the public eye and we're putting them like in large warehouses and factory farms. So more and more they're just going to bigger and bigger farms where people aren't allowed in. They can't actually interact with them. So what we're trying to do is show people who they are. We tell Alexander's story, yes, and we talk about the fact that he was so desperate to find his family that he ran 12 miles. So Daniela came here and she was from a farm-to-table operation. The mother, who had just had the 17 babies, had no food, so she was making no milk. They were weak. The weakest one was Woody, who's right here. It's hard to believe. Pip is a Muscovy duck. He's a Muscovy male who does not know that he's a duck because he was raised by humans. So this little girl met her through the fence and asked us to take her, and I said, thinking that it would never happen, that if the farmer gives her up, we'll take her. And of course the farmer did give her up because she doesn't produce milk. Yay! So this is Faith, and she is amazing. I see people come to the farm and meet them and say things like, I had no idea that, they took the babies away from the cows in 24 hours, because I think people are just misinformed. So Pip and the vicious Richard, who's gonna beat us all up. I started actually working with animals when I really was going through a lot. Like I was trying to figure out like who I was and where I kind of fit into things, and I was really lost, and a lot of it was just trying to deal with depression and sadness and just really not wanting to be in the world. And so and being very self-absorbed, because I think sometimes when you're in that mode, you are self-absorbed because you're sad and you don't see what else is going on around you, because all you can think about is how miserable you are. Thank you for doing my hair. Would you like to do it again? I was told by a doctor, you have two decisions. You're either going to go one way or the other, and one way you'll probably be dead, and the other way you'll survive. In my opinion, if I didn't find the animals and start working with the animals, I would have stayed on the path I was on, and I wouldn't even be here. Being around animals that actually needed help, that needed medical care, that came from some of the most egregious places I'd ever seen in my life, it makes you not only step out of yourself, but realize just how lucky you actually are. That's why, when people are always like, why do you work so many hours? And why do you do all this stuff? And it's like, we're not done here. There's so much to do for them, and I don't want to stop doing it, because when someone saves you from what could have just been a life of absolute misery, and having somebody else to focus on and really, really loving them, watching them grow old, and watching them have a family, and watching them be who they are their whole life is just outstanding. We can't forgive each other for the simplest things on earth, and they forgive. And so when they're coming from these abusive situations, he's like, I don't forgive you. I just don't.